thank you for joining us. The very first question that I'm going to ask is, what do you think, being the managing director of a company, what do you think the role of B schools in India today in developing entrepreneurial skills in students today? So what do you think about that, sir?
It's extremely important, I must say. And I would also like to share my own experience.
Yes, sir.
I did my graduation in engineering from IIT ISM Dhanbad in 2005. After that, I started up with my entrepreneurial journey in 2007. I incorporated Minimax Systems Private Limited in 2012. And all these days, I never did any MBA or any business studies. It was all by my own. And I always believed that maybe for doing business, MBA studies is not required. But in 2016, I started understanding the concepts of business, the requirements and the various aspects which are required to be inculcated into your own venture or your company.
Right.
And for that reason, formal education is highly required. And that's the reason you won't believe, after 12 years getting away from academics, I went back to academics to take up an executive program with IIM Indore in 2016. And it was certainly very tough for me because I had to do my weekend classes. So going away from my family life over weekends for another 2 years was a difficult decision.
True.
But of course, at the end of it, I realized that business studies is extremely important for anyone who wants to get into a formal business mindset. And there are a lot of frameworks, structures, which people have already understood over the years, which have been written down, rules and regulations, various frameworks. Those can be followed by various business leaders tomorrow. And that's the reason why for entrepreneurship, of course, it's not a mandatory thing, but it's always a best thing to have.
And sir, do you think the B schools of India or B schools around the world, they are actually developing those skills in the students? So do you think these students can just go out of the college and start up their own ventures? So are they ready for that?
So the curriculum which I have seen so far for various MBA programs, it is very apt because they try to teach you each and every aspect of business. For example, before I did my MBA, I never thought that legal, HR, finance, they were so important. I always concentrated only on marketing, sales, operations. But after getting into my own business formal education, I could start appreciating all these other functions. And you won't believe, just after my completion of executive MBA, I started forming each and every department, and it was a transition for me. Actually, before MBA, we were just 10. And after my own executive MBA, we were 150.
Okay.
So it actually gives you a lot of insights towards escalating your overall business and taking it to the next level.
Okay, got it, sir. And sir, at PIBM, what the procedure we follow is called as job profile oriented training, or what we call as JD based training.
Yeah.
So according to you, what is the need of that in the industry today? So can it be will it provide diverse opportunities in diverse fields for the students of MBA?
Well, you're doing our job. If you are giving them trainings which are specific to their job profile, then of course you are saving a lot of time which the corporates would have to do otherwise. So you are making them ready. Employability levels are high for, of course, the students who are coming out of your institution with such kind of training programs which are being inculcated as a part of your curriculum. So I must say that whenever freshers, they do come into the industry, the first mindset which we as employers, we have is, we'll have to give a lot of training to them. And that's why many companies, they don't prefer to go ahead with freshers. But of course, if institutions like yours and your curriculum, if it's so unique that you can inculcate those various JD level trainings, job level trainings, then that would be a great help for all of us.
Right, sir. And sir, the last question for the day. Being a founder and an MD of a company, what message would you like to give to the students or the candidates who want to pursue the entrepreneurial journey or to be an entrepreneur, like after passing out their MBA or PGDM?
I must say that I would like to have each and every B school grad to become an entrepreneur in future, because they can actually provide a lot of jobs ahead. Whenever I sleep on everyday basis, I get a lot of satisfaction that there are 150 families who are living based on Minimac And apart from that, there is a lot of other stakeholders like our vendors and our service providers who also are running their own families because of Minimac in operation. So that's a different level of pride and satisfaction that one can have by running your own venture, by creating a kind of an ecosystem around you. And this can beat no one else. And that's the reason why I would always like each and every student from a B school or from graduation, or even if someone is not formally educated but has some idea in mind, I would like to invite and I would like to applaud all those young preneurs who are having ideas in their mind, who want to start up something of their own. That would be a great novel thing to do.
That's absolutely right, sir. So once again, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate your words, and your presentation was really powerful, as I already told you. And thank you for joining us today, sir.
Thanks a lot, PIBM, and congratulations on a successful initiation of Powerhouse, your incubation cell. I wish all the best to the success of Powerhouse and to the budding entrepreneurs which are going to roll out of PIBM in the coming future.